guys, how's it going? How's life? My name is Yavian Johnson and I'm bringing y'all another video. If I don't remain consistent in anything else, one thing y'all can count on me to do is give you guys a video every 3 months of the items that I've used, okay? And the main reason why that is because I kind of want to get it out of the way and start on a new bag now that I have filled it up for the past 3 months. Okay, so as I'm recording this video, it is July 5th. I probably will give you guys this video in the next week or so, as well as a Project Use It Up update for the annual Project Use It Up that I have going on as well. But the months that this Project Use It Up, or no, not this Project Use It Up, this Hygiene Empties encompasses is April, May, and June. Okay, so if you guys want to see everything that I have completed within those 3 months, stay tuned and keep on watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to be fishing out of this bag. I feel as though this was a lot of this was for sure a lot of Project Use It Up items, well 13 to be specific, but it was a lot of hygiene empties in my opinion. Like, I thought that I wasn't doing anything, and when I pulled out the bag, I saw it and I said, oh, okay, I finished some stuff. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this is my normal Black is Blessed bag that I got from someone who wasn't Black, and they had their Girl Scout cookies in it, and I was like, okay, you know, one of these things is true on this for you, but both of them are true for me. So go ahead and give me the bag, okay? And they gave it to me. All right. So let me go ahead and get started, because I don't want this video to be long, which I mention all the time. But these hygiene empties are usually 30 plus minutes long, okay? We're gonna see if we can get it to at least 25. We'll see about it, okay? If not, I tried. Okay, so the first item that I have in this video is a fake African net sponge, okay? The reason why I call it fake is because literally it doesn't have the knots that they say is supposed to be on there for the African net sponge. And I got mine off of Amazon. I could have sworn I put in authentic African net sponge, but you can't, you have to actually go to somewhere that like tells you that it's 100% authentic, because Amazon will lie to you, okay? And maybe I should have read the reviews or something, or maybe I did read the reviews and they don't know what an African net sponge is. But when I got it, I was like, I don't think that that's real. Like, I knew that right off bat once I actually started using it. So that's my very last net sponge from that pack. It was a 3-pack. You guys have seen the 2 other ones, like I think last year. I have this Blue Magic Originals Super Sure Grow grease. I am a grease girl. I realized that I have a super duper dry scalp, and oils and stuff like that, that's cute or whatever, but it don't really do nothing for my scalp, okay? Baby girl needs something that is going to last on her scalp and soak into her scalp. My scalp is kind of like my skin all over my body. I always joke about me having reptilian or crocodile like skin, so therefore I need something that is going to hold up, and grease does that for me. Grease consistency does that for me. And this Super Sure Grow doesn't smell too bad. It doesn't even give you that standardized grease smell that a lot of us are probably used to when we were younger. Blue Magic Originals I would buy again, just not right now, because I'm using someone's product that they recreated themselves that's supposed to have a grease consistency. I'm not going to speak too long on my Project Use It Up items, but I have completed some mist in this hygiene empties as well. So now I'll be rounding out my Project Use It Up for half the year, and have successfully achieved the goal of reaching 25 items to complete halfway through, and now I have the rest of my 25 items to complete for the rest of the year, okay? So this one is Indigo Dreams. This one has notes of bergamot water, glowing amber, warm musk. I completed Cozy Evening. This one has notes of lavender blooms, fresh freesia, cozy musk. This was actually the last spray that I completed on June 30th. And then I have Love Spell Golden. I do have more mist in the bag, but I just haven't got to those. This one has honeyed vanilla, sparkling nectarine, and it says it's Love Spell at a golden hour. Okay, I have Cool and Bright Glow. The Glow name has like rubbed off a little bit, but it's Glow. This one is Luminous Musk and Candied Pear. This was like among the very first pink fragrances that I ever picked up, and I was like, girl, it's time for you to go. They don't even have that same packaging, so let's go ahead and get it out the way. We have Victoria's Secret's Berry Santal, and this is cassis and sandalwood in the front, and then in the back it says Juicy Blackcurrant Soft Sandalwood. I believe cassis is supposed to be another name for blackcurrant, or like the nectar of the blackcurrant, but they decided to use both of these names interchangeably. So that's what this one is. This is what this one looks like. And I believe this one came out in 2022, because that's when I really started up my collection for Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret. This is Flower Sorbet. My hands were oily, so the names rubbed off. But yeah, the name on the actual notes on the back rubbed off. But I believe that this is like sugared peony and blackcurrant ice. I've learned that I really like how Victoria's Secret does their blackcurrant scents. So this is Forever Red. Completed this one. You guys would have seen on my channel like videos ago, like a couple years ago, where I did like an actual haul from Bath and Body Works, and I did like a first impressions on this, and I was actually surprised by the scent because the rum note threw me off. Okay, but it grew on me and it started giving me more of a shampoo-y type vibe, which I don't know if that is something that other people get, but that's what I got. So it was pretty easy to complete this fragrance, and the notes in this fragrance kind of gave me ideas for specific scent or fragrance combos with my perfumes. So yeah, this has notes of fiery pomegranate, red peony, rich vanilla rum, and oak wood. I believe this one came out, I bought this in like 2023. I completed a Cetaphil Flare Up Relief Body Wash, and this is for stressed skin. Don't know if they still sell these. I just remember walking into the store and seeing a Cetaphil body wash. Never heard of these before, so I was like, I told myself I just wanted to try it out. Now I feel as though when it comes to things that are supposed to really target your body, you need to be more consistent with them, and I basically use this off and on for the good portion of like a year or so. So I can't necessarily say if it really did what it was supposed to do with my skin. It's not like that Olay eczema prone skin body wash when I used it for a week straight and was immediately able to see results. This one, I feel as though I needed a little bit more time consistently using it for me to figure out if I liked it or not. This is Tree Hut Moonlight Glow. I have it in the body butter, but I still haven't used that one. And I was trying to see if I was going to just go ahead and use the body scrub, or if I was going to wait when I could use the body scrub in the body butter. But I start saying to myself, girl, go ahead and use your stuff. Like, I don't have a problem with using my things, but sometimes I feel as though I have to use it with X, Y, and Z. And I'm trying to get out of that mode because it's time for stuff to get out of my collection. Okay, so this one says that it's supposed to have like amethyst, adaptogens, and magnesium. It didn't smell too bad. I liked it. I don't know how to necessarily describe the scent other than like maybe a sweet berry scent per se, because there's no notes on this bottle. Would I repurchase it again? Maybe, if there's not any better ones, but I don't plan on restocking on my Tree Hut anytime soon since I have so many scrubs. Okay, I have this Whipped Shea Body Butter in Exotic Bloom. This is also a part of my project Use It Up, and I completed this one fully. Happy about this one. I completed this Lavender and Vanilla Shea Sugar Body Scrub from the aromatherapy line at Bath and Body Works. Okay, this is completely gone. This one had like a pretty oily consistency. It's not as oily as their eucalyptus and spearmint one, because that's like purely oil with like harder crystals at the bottom. I would say that this one is more so creamier, but it was, I feel like it still kind of exfoliated you enough. Would I repurchase this again? Most likely not. It was just something to try because I've never tried these type of scrubs from Bath and Body Works. I showed you the scrub, but I also completed like the other items from the aromatherapy line. I completed the lavender and vanilla body wash and foam bath. I mainly use this as a body wash. I had it in my shower at home when I was working on a lavender-esque body wash, but then when I started going to work out in the morning, Monday through Wednesdays with my mom, we started to take a shower in the morning. So I decided to bring this one since it was like, you know, pretty small. I feel like I'm gonna keep this bottle, so if you guys see this again, it's not because I'm completed it again, it's because I'm filling it up with some other body wash, but I'll let you guys know that in another project empties. But I did complete this one. This is my second time ever having this scent in a body wash form and in this body wash form. So would I repurchase it again? Yes. Don't know if I will repurchase it anytime soon though, or immediately when I'm able to start buying from Bath and Body Works, because I've been doing really good with my no buy from Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret. Okay, also completed these shower steamers, lavender and vanilla. Girl, is it me or do I not know how to use these? Because I feel like no matter where I place the little shower steamer, they don't steam. I mean, well, they steam because of the shower, but they don't like smell like in the shower. Like I don't step in and think I'm doing like a spa. Maybe because I have like other things of the same smell that I'm using, and I think that it's not working because I smell the same things happening in my body wash and my scrub, and I think nothing is happening. Maybe that could be the issue, but I just felt like that was a waste of money. I have two more, but those I wanted to wait until I was actually using the body wash with them to use those. So you guys probably won't see a shower steamer anytime soon. This is the aromatherapy lavender and vanilla moisturizing body lotion. Now I do know they have like, I think they have a body cream. I don't know if they have a body butter, but I usually like the glass ones, which is the reason why I got it. I will say though, even though I like the glass body lotions, these are hard to get the product out. Now, I did pretty well with getting all of the product out. Of course, this is product that will not come out at all. But there's nothing like at the bottom though, basically. So I did pretty good with getting it out. However, it is hard to get those out, even though I kind of like the look and feel. It just makes me feel luxurious, and it just gives me spa-like, you know, especially if I'm doing the aromatherapy type thing. You want to be spa-like. This is another item from my project Use It Up. This is Jergens Skin Smoothie Blissful Berry, a refreshing drink for your skin. Don't know if they still sell these skin smoothies. Maybe they do. But I do like the Jergens Skin Smoothies. I'm not going to say that they're super fragrant, so I'm not going to be rushing out to get them again. But I like them when I have them, right? I have this Caress Jasmine and Lavender Oil body wash. It's the floral oil essence one. This is what this one looks like. I think this is one of the body washes. No, never mind. I don't know where I got this one from. I think I got it from H-E-B or something. Like at that time, they didn't have this at Walmart or Target, so I picked it up at H-E-B. So this one was cool enough. It's not something that I feel like I need to rush out and get again. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the scents from Caress, surprisingly, because a lot of people love the Caress scents, but maybe I just haven't got my right one yet. But Caress is just okay. Okay, we have the Dove Limited Edition Morning Blossom. This one isn't really limited edition. It's just limited, like they bring it out at a certain time. But of course, as you guys can see, the Dove body wash no longer comes in this look anymore. So of course, this is a while ago. I really do like the Morning Blossom scent. So I would repurchase the Morning Blossom scent in the future, but not before I try the other ones though. I also have this lavender tree hut scrub. This is a while ago because the lavender one, they don't even sell this one anymore. I have seen them a couple of times at like TJ Maxx or Marshalls, so you may be able to find them there. But like actually selling them at Ulta, Target, Walmart, I have not seen this in a while. Okay. This is completely empty. Probably wouldn't repurchase that one again. That was a more of an essential oil type lavender than it was like a sweet lavender, which I prefer. I have this Nivea Orchid and Cashmere Extract Body Wash. I got this from like Target. Yeah, I think I got it from Target. No, I didn't get it from Target. I got it from TJ Maxx. My bad. I got it from TJ Maxx. I just never was in love with the smell. And when I bought it, I wasn't in love with the smell. I just didn't want to get the basic one. These are the ones that come from overseas. So yeah. I have another Nivea one, which is more of the sensitive skin one, but that one actually smells pretty decent. It's very light, but I like it a lot more than this Orchid and Cashmere Extract one. Wouldn't repurchase it again if I saw it again. Complete this Milk and Honey hand soap. I completed the hand soap like that was actually in this, and then I filled it up with like some of my Suave body wash that I had a while ago. I kind of completed it in another hygiene empties, so you guys have already seen the bottle and it completed, but this is me actually putting the Suave hand soap in my hygiene empties because now I am on a different brand of hand soap and I don't need that one anymore. I also have this bubbly body wash, or it can be used as a shampoo, a shower gel, and a bubble bath. This is from Philosophy and it looks kind of like a champagne bottle. I remember getting this and going into TJ Maxx and getting this, and I saw it and I was like, oh, that's cute, because I've never seen them in different like shapes and stuff. I like the scent enough. It was cute enough because it went with my champagne scents, but I don't know if I necessarily would repurchase it again or rush out to repurchase this again. I had Emerald Mist completed. This was also a part of my project Use It Up. This one has notes of fragrance rain. No, this one has notes of fresh rainfall, sun-kissed pear, and blonde woods. Okay, so this one is one of those scents that this and Amethyst Waves, which looks exactly like this but purple, is one of the scents that I kept forgetting about in my collection, which is the reason why I had to take it out of my collection and decide to utilize it this year. This one smells closest to God is a Woman by Ariana Grande. Okay, so if you are wanting to know what this smells like because the note sounds good, maybe go into your Ulta. I don't know if they have it at Sephora, but at your Ulta and smell that fragrance and figure out if you like it or not. And if you do, you can either purchase it from Ulta, or you can go ahead and just go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls and see if you can find it there. I know Burlington usually has the God is a Woman body mist form. So yeah, would I repurchase this again? No. I'm not necessarily in love with the scent profile of God is a Woman. So after I'm done with the perfume of the one from Ariana Grande, I don't foresee myself like rushing out to get this DNA again. One of the things that, if I don't struggle with anything else, that you guys are probably going to see less of all the time, is going to be candles. Like, I have candles that I'm going through right now and I struggle so hard. Okay, so I have Iced Dragon Fruit Tea. Did like this scent, but I did not take the time to light this candle a lot. It is down pretty far. Fruit. This one has notes of tropical dragon fruit, vibrant green tea lemonade, sweet coconut milk, and this one has fresh air, crisp eucalyptus, and soft lavender. This one is Laundry Day. Now, I completed another one in this same look, and that one was called, I think, linen, like fresh linen or clean linen or something. I'm trying to get y'all to see it. Fresh linen or clean linen or something. This was the spa-like candle look that came out in 2022. I prefer Laundry Day over the clean linen one. Okay, I'm not really a big linen girl or a laundry girl because they usually don't smell like Gain, and that's usually the detergents that I like. But this one was my favorite out of that clean linen scent. I kept coming in and smelling it, and this one was actually a pretty good projector for it to be a single wick candle. It filled up my room for sure. I would repurchase this again, probably in a bigger size if I decide to partake in candles again, but no time soon because I'm working through the ones that I have, okay? But I have this Cantu coconut curling cream as well as the deep treatment mask. Cantu, I know a lot of people feel their type of way that they feel about Cantu, but Cantu has always worked for my hair. I don't know why, but this was the very first product that I started using on my natural hair, and I have remained consistent with using them. Sometimes I'll veer off, but for the most part, Cantu is basically it's home. Okay, so the coconut curling cream, I like it. Makes sure that my hair actually curls up. I feel like I haven't really found or actually went searching for a lot of curling creams, so I can't necessarily compare them, but a curling cream, especially the creamy consistency, works a lot better on my hair than a hair milk or anything like that because of how coily my hair is and how coarse it is. It needs something thick to style it, okay? This deep treatment mask also made my hair feel really good. Really enjoyed it. Probably would repurchase these again if after I have experimented with some things, they don't do what they're supposed to do, but we'll see. This one is a hair mask. There's this lady on YouTube called Indigenous Strands, and I liked her hair. So when she decided to come out with a hairline, I decided to partake in it. And this is among her very first release. This is the Mango Rosemary Hydrating Citrus Mask. Now this, I didn't feel as though this mask was loose enough for it to be in this pump because it was a struggle and a half to pump this out. So I had to warm it up a little bit in order for it to start coming out like a regular, like a creamier consistency would come out easily of this pump. But toward the end, I warmed it up a little bit too much, and it kind of warped the plastic a little bit. So I just took it out and put it into another jar and called it a day. Okay, probably would not repurchase that again, but you never know. My thoughts and feelings could change on that. I have the Life of the Party body cream. This one has notes of pink citrus, bubbly prosecco, jasmine, shimmering vanilla. Okay, so my hands was greasy, so it took a lot of the name off. But yeah, I did really enjoy the scent. This didn't smell like Baccarat Rouge 540, but something about the scent made me feel as though it would pair well with Baccarat Rouge 540. So sometimes I would pair things that I know is supposed to be a dupe of that scent with this, and it would smell good. This is the body mist as well. Completed this one. This one is also a part of my project along with the body lotion. Another body mist I completed is Blushing Bubbly from Victoria's Secret. This one had notes of pink champagne and muddled raspberries. Okay, so I have this Dove Beauty Bar. This is, I think, what is it? It's sweet cream and maybe peony. It's like peony and sweet cream, okay? So this one, not my favorite scent. It's very soapy. It's very soapy. It's almost it's closer to the White Bar to me. I also have this Yummy 24 and More Pro Soap. I'm almost done with it. I have this Dove aluminum free deodorant in the scent Dragon Fruit and Coconut Cream. And you guys have not seen this version of the aluminum free deodorant in a while, because I remember years ago I tried the sensitive one, and that was 2021. I ended up transitioning to aluminum free in 2021, and I was using this deodorant at the time. So basically anything that I was using at that time when I was funky and stinking is something that I have like in my head that it didn't work, but honestly it's because my body needed to detox from the aluminum. So I decided to try it again, honestly, because I went to work and realized that I took a shower and forgot to put on deodorant. And then when I was on my way, you know how when your arms are dry, you may, like, to me, when my arms are dry and I realize I haven't put on deodorant, my arms start to like do like a little itch. And when my arms started doing that itch, I was like, girl, it is 6:45 in the morning. It is too early for you to try to be doing that little itch. I said, oh, I must have forgot some deodorant. So I felt underneath my underarms, saw that it was dry, and said, okay, on my lunch break, I need to shoot down to the HEB and go ahead and get me a deodorant, because this is unacceptable. Not me getting fresh in the morning only to get stanky because I forgot my deodorant, an essential item. Okay, so dragon fruit and coconut cream is one of those newer scents that came out this year. It was something that I smelled in body wash form, but it was very coconut heavy, at least when I smelled it in the body wash. This one I felt like did a really good balance of doing the dragon fruit and the coconut. So I may be able to give the body wash another chance if I smell it and I feel as though it's not just straight up coconut cream. So yeah, would I repurchase this again? Probably not. It was okay. I prefer the vitamin care ones from the Dove line, but that's just me. This is my nectar bath treats. I think this is my very first nectar bath treats that I ever completed. This is champagne kisses. Don't know if they still look like this because I've had this for a while, but I'm actually starting to work through these because I'm tired of them and being in my collection. Girl, these are expensive. I used it with that bubbly body wash from Philosophy, and I do like these. However, for how much they give you, it's not worth the price. When I bought it, I was able to get it for buy two get two free, but they be trying to price gouge you and give you buy two get one free, and that's not a good enough deal because it's $30. At least it was when I was purchasing for it. So when I got buy two get two free, I was able to get them all for $60. That means $15 a piece. Okay, so I have this hydrocortisone maximum strength, and this is eczema, the eczema one. I do have eczema, and because I'm alternating body washes, I do have flare-ups, especially on my chest, that I never used to have, but now I do, which is annoying, especially when you start trying to get into your hygiene, and when stuff start happening, it makes you feel some type of way, okay? So now that I am completed with this, I have my actual eczema cream that is like actually prescribed and like, you know, from the doctor, so I don't have to use the cortisone one, because I think you're only supposed to use this for 7 days, and then you're not supposed to use it until like some time. You're not supposed to continuously use it like your eczema medication that you get from the doctor. So I made a point to pay attention to that detail on the directions and only did that, but my stuff would come back like maybe within a week or so. So that's the reason why I kind of needed to get my eczema cream as soon as possible. Okay, so this is this. We'll repurchase this again probably in the future, just no time soon until I am out of my medication. I have the Brooklyn Body Butter from their Fago collaboration in grape soda. I was using the Morning Blossom body wash, so I basically used this grape soda butter, as well as I had a grape soda or bar soap from Hermana's Beauty, which I'm going to show you guys later. But yeah, it had a scent, but it didn't necessarily cover up that shea butter smell. So some of the Brooklyn Body Butter scents are worth it, and some of them are just like, okay, girl, I might as well could have got me a unscented one and then added my own oils because it's not fragrant enough. So I have some bar soap wrappers from Hermana's Beauty. This is the grape soda one that I mentioned. I also have Blooming Lilac. And then I have this cashmere one. Or can y'all see this? Cashmere. Okay, so now that I have two wallflower plugins, or yeah, plugins, I use more wallflowers. I have one in my bathroom and then I have one in my actual room. So I have completed five, no, six this time around. I had another one that I just took off of out of my bathroom, but I wasn't sure if it was completed before the first because now it's the fifth and it's completely gone. So I just left it for next quarterly and called it a day. So this is pink peach blossom. When they are a lighter scent, I use them in my room because I have a controlled wallflower plug-in, whereas in my bathroom it gives you the scent whenever it wants to, or it gives you like a certain amount of scent. So sometimes the weaker ones don't perform well in that plugin compared to the one where I can like actually control it to go to the highest setting. So this one has notes of peach nectar, magnolia petals, and sweet mandarin. Don't remember this scent, so I guess I could buy it again, but you never know. Limoncello, I actually remember. I would repurchase this one again. I did like it. It was pretty strong in my room. This one has notes of Sorrento lemons, cane sugar, and lemon zest. I have gingham, which I think performed well. I don't think it performed well the entire lifetime. Sometimes these wallflowers, like at a certain point, it just stops doing what it's supposed to do. Like it's just there. And I'm like, is it still coming out, or like what's going on? Okay. So this one has notes of blue freesia, white peach, and fresh clementine. You guys are used to that scent. Ooh. You guys are used to that scent because it comes in body care and it has the same notes. Maybe even more notes for the body care. This is To All a Good Night. This one, you guys are going to see a lot of Christmas wallflowers for me because that's when I usually get my wallflowers, is when they have those little sales during December time. Okay, so this one is A Cool Winter Breeze, Sweet Lavender Dreams, and it says nestled in a cozy blanket. Okay, this one is Winter Candy Apple. This one did not perform well in the one that was in my bathroom, I know, because I had it in my room before and I just barely smelled it, but it performed a little bit better in the scent control one where I'm able to put it to the highest setting. So this one has red apples, crisp pear, and candied oranges. I wish it performed better because I like fruity scents. So yeah. I have mahogany vanilla. Mahogany vanilla was that girl for me. Okay. Really enjoyed it. I would repurchase again. This one has notes of warm vanilla, fresh bergamot, and sweet sandalwood. So I have this Mela X Oats oatmeal soap bar. I'm currently using this as my face bar. I used the turmeric bar from it and it took 30 plus years to get through, and that's because I wasn't consistent with my face care, as y'all can see. Moving on, I have some hand sanitizers. This one is not a scent that I would ever really repurchase, will ever really pick up myself. However, it wasn't too bad in the antibacterial hand spray. I got this for Christmas from my supervisor. She gave us little gift bags, each of us, on her, on our side. So this is strawberry pound cake. Like I said, not something that I would ever really repurchase myself usually, but it wasn't bad in the little antibacterial spray. I have champagne toast because I was using bubbly, so I was like, oh, let me use a champagne scent. Okay, call it a dessert. And then I also have apple and cedarwood. This one is a very pretty masculine scent. I did enjoy it though because I don't mind masculine scents. And then lastly, I have 5 perfumes and 1 perfume oil. I have a perfume oil for Flower Bomb. This is the 10 milliliter one, and this is from Hello to Natural. I didn't buy this myself. I had a girl at my last job who we bonded basically over like Middle Eastern scents and like perfume period, like because that's when I was really entering my fragrance phase. And she brought over these perfume oils that she hadn't used in a while, and I happened to pick up Flower Bomb from her because she wanted to basically see which one I wanted. So I picked up Flower Bomb, and at first I wasn't sure if I was in love with the original Flower Bomb from, don't even know the name, can't even think about it, don't know the man's name, like the person who creates this, the Flower Bomb. Didn't know if I really enjoyed Flower Bomb, but I used this, I think, with Life of the Party. Girl, that was good. I said, okay, maybe I do like Flower Bomb. But I do have a dupe of Flower Bomb, so I don't need the actual perfume anytime soon. But in a perfume oil, I like it. Okay? So I completed Fruity Magnolia, and this has notes of pomegranate, yuzu, aquatic accord for the top notes, middle notes of magnolia, peony, rose, base notes of amber, musk, acaju, wood. This is from Dossier, and this one I believe is supposed to be a dupe of Bright Crystal from Versace. You know, this is one of those scents that is like heavily hyped. Everyone loves Bright Crystal, but to me, Bright Crystal is just okay. I actually prefer what is it? Yellow Diamond better than Bright Crystal. So I wouldn't purchase Bright Crystal in like its actual, you know, in the real form anytime soon. I may repurchase it again in a dupe one day, but like I said, no time soon. I completed this Clean Classic Shower Fresh scent. This was a very citrusy scent. It's not like a soap that I've ever used, but I wasn't mad at it, okay? So I usually use this during the nighttime. It performed very well when I went to sleep. I was still able to wake up in the morning and feel it on my skin. However, if I was to like wear it out and about, especially in this Texas heat, it doesn't last like in Texas heat. However, like I said, as a nighttime fragrance for sure, yes. Don't know if I would repurchase this scent again. However, I would repurchase from Clean again, especially the classic line. So yeah. I completed this Shoggoth Woman from Swiss Arabian. This is a fragrance that I struggled with, and I mentioned this fragrance when I did that Middle Eastern disappointments video, or the Blind Buy Fails disappointment. The Blind Buy Fails video. This fragrance, when I first got it, I sprayed it out and I said, girl, this couldn't be the fragrance that the girl that I was looking at was hyping, because this smells like pee. This couldn't be this fragrance. It couldn't be this one. It was her, and then it was another person. So I was like, okay, it's two people who's raving about this scent, so it has to be fantastic. Girl, it was the worst experience. I would come in, I would spray. I was like, okay, maybe I just need to give it a week. The week came back was the same. 2 weeks. Okay, girl, no. 3 weeks. I'm like, okay, it's not getting no better. I don't get it. I don't understand. Came back, left it, sprayed in the room, probably came back a month and a half later. I said, okay, it's getting there, but I still smell pee. Okay. So I've struggled with this since 2023. And toward the end, I was like, okay, it's not that bad. However, I will never, ever want to repurchase this again, because I don't want to go through the turmoil of what it took to get to the end product of this fragrance. It was cool. It wasn't great for me. Okay. If you find this, I'm not going to say don't buy it, because maybe I just had a bad bottle. I'm just going to say to each his own. Another fragrance that I completed is Curious by Britney Spears. Now, this was an unofficial project that I had for perfumes, but I have some perfumes that are set aside that basically maybe I haven't touched, or I'm not the biggest fan of, and I don't want it to keep taking up space in my collection, because I want to put things that I really like in my collection. I took them out and I put them to the side because I knew that I was going to try and get them out of my collection this year, and I didn't necessarily want to put it in the project, use it up, and be I guess forced to use it, because you never know. I may decide that, okay, it can last maybe another year in my collection, or I don't have time to even get to it because I'm using all my other fragrances as well. So I was making a point to get certain things out of my collection. I knew for a fact that I wasn't leaving 2025 until Curious from Britney Spears was out of my collection, okay? This was one of the fragrances that made me slow down on just blind buying Britney Spears, okay? Because I started off with her Fantasy line, and I said, ooh, I like Fantasy. Fantasy is that girl, okay? Let me keep buying 15 million Fantasies. And the 15 million Fantasies, although some of them are a lot different from the original Fantasies, they still smelled good. Then I went to the Private Show Flankers and the original one, and I was like, okay, girl. And then I got to this Curious one. I said, oh no, this is a little bit too floral for me. No ma'am. No ham, no turkey. Okay? I said no ma'am. Let me go ahead and just chill out on the Britney Spears, because obviously every single fragrance I'm not going to like from her. And that's okay. But I know what I do like. This isn't a bad fragrance, but it's not the best fragrance for me. I felt as though if it's a floral fragrance, it needs to be a little bit fruitier, in my opinion, for it to be a Diavian scent. This is a scent that I sometimes used in the bathroom. Sometimes I use it on my body, but for the most part, toward the end, especially maybe 45% of the fragrance I used in the bathroom, and I got through it that way. And that's absolutely fine. Get through your fragrances however you want to get through your fragrances, girl. But would I repurchase this again? No. And then last but not least, or maybe it is least, I don't know. Lastly, that I completed in my collection is Lattafa's Yara Pink. Someone said that they finished their stuff in 3 months. I said, girl, the only way that I can finish a fragrance or finish this fragrance in 3 months is if I love this fragrance. And I did not. It wasn't my favorite scent. Someone said that it was supposed to smell like strawberries and cream. For me, it kind of gave me like a creamy, fruity, like tropical or fruity shampoo conditioner. Okay, that's what it gave me. It was a multitude of fruits. I didn't get strawberry. I didn't get anything specific. However, I did have some good combos with this, and I will say when I came back to my seat all the time, I would smell myself. So this was pretty long lasting. It kept on my skin throughout the day, was able to smell it. So it had really good qualities. However, it just wasn't my favorite scent profile. However, that doesn't mean that I won't repurchase this again in the future. I do want to try, I think, this Afnan one that they say smells similar to the Yara Pink before I repurchase this one again. Because I probably would only repurchase this in the 1.7, that 1.7 bottle, where I think they didn't have that one back when I was purchasing this, or at least I just wanted to purchase everything in a 3 ounce, okay, or a 3.4 ounce, okay. So like I said, this wasn't a bad fragrance, wasn't in love with the scent, but it did what it was supposed to do. And yeah, it was cool. I would recommend it to people who do like this fragrance. I mean, you probably would need to start off with a smaller version if you don't know if you would actually buy it with this fragrance first, and then venture off into the big version. But like I said, it is what it was. It did what it was supposed to do, okay? And I didn't have any complaints with it. So yeah, guys, so that wraps up this video. Hopefully when I cut down this video, it's going to be about 25 minutes, but we'll see, because as I am looking here, it is about 57 minutes that I have been talking for, this video. So thank you guys for getting to the end of this video. Don't you forget, please, to like, comment, and most definitely subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.